This morning we are talking about something new in Marquette, and that is Frontline Strong Together, the Upper Peninsula Wellness Center. Joining us in the studio we have Jackie, Christy, and Susan to tell us all about it. How are you three ladies doing this morning?
Good. Great. Thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. And so what is this Wellness Center, first of all?
Well, the Wellness Center is something completely unique that we think in the nation. It is a first of its kind office, per se, for first responders and their immediate family members. We have lots of great things that are going to be there. We are based out of Detroit because we're a grant-funded program. We cover all 83 counties in the state of Michigan, but this is an actual office that people can walk into.
Excellent, yeah. And tell me about, bringing it into Marquette, up here in the UP, a resource for first responders. How did this kind of come together?
When Frontline Strong Together was developed, like Christy said, it services all 83 counties in the state of Michigan. But then Christy and I got out on the road and we were doing trainings all over the Upper Peninsula and meeting amazing first responders everywhere we went. And we quickly realized that even though we're removed from the big cities, that people still have struggles up here. And so when we started referring people to our psychiatrists and psychologists down at Wayne State, they decided to put a wellness center, and they chose Marquette to be the very first of its kind in the state.
Wow. Yeah, so what can people kind of expect, when they utilize this wellness center?
They can come in and talk basically about the accumulation of that trauma that they've dealt with. We talk a lot about mental health nowadays, and I think there's a huge stigma to that, and we're hoping to really get rid of that stigma, but to talk a lot about the traumas that have been experienced. But we also offer a wellness center, so they'll be able to come in and do some physical activity that can really help relieve that as well.
Right, yeah, because that, being able to put out your stress, your anxiety in some other form is a great way, and wellness does that.
Yes.
Yeah. First responders are some of our strongest people, mentally and physically. But one of the things that they like to do is kind of push down those bad calls and other childhood traumas and stuff like that, and this is a safe place for them to let it out.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'll come out sideways somewhere.
Right. Yes, and so, obviously it's for first responders. What do they need to do to get started with getting involved with this? Do they need to sign up? Do they need to pay? How does that work to get their foot in the door?
There's actually no cost for our first responders and their immediate families to use this wellness center, which is great, because the whole thought behind it is that we wanted to remove any barriers to accessing help. And so they can come in, and like Jackie said, they can, if they decide to have treatment, the first responder can sign up to access treatment, and she is our trauma specialist, so there's nobody better in the whole UP as far as we're concerned. And most first responders, when they meet her, they agree and they say the same thing. As far as the wellness center, it's going to be, they can come in and utilize the exercise equipment that we have there. We'll eventually have a relaxation pod that they can access, which will be kind of first of its kind up here as well. But then we'll have meetings and things there as well.
Yeah, it sounds like an amazing resource, and people can, kind of get their first taste of it this weekend on Sunday at an open house that you guys are holding, correct?
So Sunday, our open house is from 1 to 5, and just come on in. We'll give you the address here, and then Monday it is from 2 to 7. We're trying to get so that all the shifts can come in, like midnight shifts after they've taken a rest, or afternoon shifts when they get off of work. And it's open to the public too. You do not have to be a first responder. If you're curious about what we do or what they do, they can pop in and check it out, and if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, and for sure. And where can people go, whether it's online, give you a call, to get more information on what you guys do?
So our office address is 220 West Washington Avenue, Suite 500. It's in the old City Hall building, the beautiful building next to the post office. Like we say, across from Portside, Baby Cakes, and 231. And just come in the front door or the back door, utilize that elevator, it takes you right up to the 5th floor, and come into our office and check out and see what we're doing.
Yeah, as for the big picture, they can check out our website at www.fst5.org, and we also have a 24/7 call line, which is 1-833-34-STRONG, and that is answered, like I said, 24/7, 365 by a first responder.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add this morning?
Other than if you know a first responder, or if you're a first responder that's struggling, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are more than happy to talk to you at any time. Our phones, we answer them pretty much 24/7 ourselves. Like Christy said, that call line is always available too. But don't hesitate to reach out. Or if you know somebody that's struggling, please call us, because we can help you navigate and hopefully take you from your worst day to your best day.
Thank you, all three of you, for coming in this morning and telling us about it. It sounds like it's going to be a much needed, useful resource here in the community for our first responders.
It is an anonymous piece too, so anybody that comes up there, it's very, you know, you're not going to know what you're coming in that building for, and so we feel like that can really help with first responders coming in and, you know, not feeling judged or like somebody's going to see them.
Right,
so
yeah.
we're keeping it very anonymous.
Okay, yes, good to know. Yeah, and we'll have all that information for you on our website, myupnow.com. Stay with us, and we'll be right back after the break.